Thanks for joining us for Turn the Page with Paige, brought to you by Southwestern Illinois College. I'm your host, Paige Hulsey. Sometimes when we are experiencing something new, we get so excited that we forget to slow down and learn the right way to do it, learn the rules. Steg Peg knows that all too well. Meet the Pegs, a Peg family that is learning valuable lessons from each other. In the first book of the series, Kindness for the Win, life's lessons are learned on the soccer field. Author Jasmine Krezanoski from Shiloh, Illinois joins us here in studio. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
And congratulations on your new book. It was just released this summer, right?
Yes, July 16th.
Very exciting. Okay, so where did the idea for this story come from?
So the idea came from my very own family. So I've learned as a mother and as a parent that a lot of times we're teaching our kids things, but really they're teaching us so much. So the valuable lessons in this book are learned from Steg and Peggy Peg in this series.
Steg and Peggy Peg. You're seeing their pictures and these really cute Peg figurines. Why are the characters Peg dolls?
Yes, so back when I got married, my cake toppers were actually pegs, and I just thought it was the cutest thing. So it looked like me and my husband, it sat on top of the cake. And then I started staying home with my children and teaching them preschool, and I just started painting pegs to go with the lessons that they were learning. So it became kind of a fun thing that my kids liked, and they got so excited to see their little peg characters come to life in this book.
And when your characters get excited when your children get excited about something, it's hard not to feel that same enthusiasm as a mom too.
Yes, for sure. So that's been really neat.
Well, let's talk more about what happens in the story itself. Kindness for the Win.
Mm-hmm. So in this story, it features Steg Peg, like you said, and he is joining his first soccer team, and he's ambitious, he's excited, and he's pretty good at soccer, but he's just not good necessarily at the rules of soccer. So as his coach teaches in a very cute, funny, unique way, Steg Peg just goes on his way and kind of takes over the field and sends everyone on an adventure, but eventually his heart in that game just kind of blew everyone away on the team and his parents.
Really sweet. And if you look at the pages, you might think, these folks look familiar, right? Based off of your family,
right.
Your beautiful growing family.
Thank you. Yes, so if you know us, people know right away. But it's funny, we did an event where someone had bought a book and I had signed it, and they go, wait, that's you, it's you. My husband was there, so that was funny to see that.
That's really sweet. Speaking of these events, you do quite a few of them. What is the reaction from children, both about a book about a Peg family and the story itself?
Yes, so with the Peg setup, having the little field and the pegs there, it's really neat to see all the kids just flock to it and they just start playing right away. And I have some kids that come back over to the table and ask, can I play again? And they'll play. So it's neat to see my kids do that at home and then to go out and see other kids love it just as much as my own kids.
That's a great way to open up the conversation. And in fact, you brought one of the kits that you sometimes have available at these events, right? How does the kit work?
I did. So this is the soccer kit that you can purchase, and it comes with paint that you could paint your own peg dolls. Kids could make them look like themselves or their friends or maybe their own soccer team. There's some goals and cones and different things, and there's instructions too included that just help the parent help the child paint the pegs. And then I have family kits as well and little single kits if kids just want to do themselves.
That's a great way for the story just to take on an even bigger meaning, purpose, and activity, and makes it more memorable too, I would think.
Yes, I agree with that.
Okay, so this is hopefully just the first in a big series. What else are you working on?
Yeah, so when I started writing these Peg books, initially they were just really cute stories inspired by my family. I have several written, so I hope that along the way I can feature Peggy Peg more and you guys get to see how just ambitious and determined she is, and just get to know Steg more and even Mommy Peg and Daddy Peg as these series unfold.
I'm looking forward to learning more about the Peg family as well. Now, you previously worked as a registered nurse. Now you are so busy homeschooling 5 children, correct?
Yes.
What is it about this passion that you love that makes it worth finding time for?
Yes, I think I have grown to love just reading with my own children. That's one of my favorite things to do with them. And so to come up with rhymes and things, and we can do it together, it's turned into more of a family affair. And then to have lessons, valuable lessons in there that are good for my kids, but so many other people, just makes it exciting to produce books and write them and just be creative, just like my kids.
I imagine that they almost feel a sense of ownership and pride in this book. Like they helped you create it.
Yes.
It's like their book too.
Yes. So my son, who Steg is based off of, likes to say, "I'm the star, I'm the star."
Of course he does.
And so we joke with him, "Stay humble." This is just, the beginning. But yes, it's been a neat journey.
That's wonderful. Now I understand that there is a special book that you have kept for years, or that was kept for you, that also helped reignite this passion. And when I wanted to ask you about your recommendation for a children's book by another author illustrator, you had a great story to share. Can you share it again?
Yes, I can. So this book is interesting because when I started writing children's books, it actually came from my brother throwing the idea out there and me telling him I don't write children's books initially. And so when I started getting ideas and writing them down, my mom said, "Well, remember you used to write children's books when you were a child." And so there used to be a competition called Young Authors. And so when I was younger, I would write books and submit them, and I had won a couple prizes for the children's books I had. And so one of the rewards for that is you got to meet a real life author. And I remember thinking it was the coolest thing in the world. And so his name was Keith Baker, and the book is called Who is the Beast? And I remember him reading it, and I remember getting a picture with him and him signing the book, and I treasured that book and the little trophy I had with it. So it has stuck out to me, and as soon as I saw that you wanted a recommendation, my brain instantly went to that book.
And now I'm imagining you are making other children feel that exact same way that he made you feel when they meet you with your book and you sign it for them and you meet them and they're like, "She's a real author."
Which is surreal. It's kind of a funny, surreal feeling, which is neat.
It's a beautiful spark of joy that you're passing on.
Yeah.
Well, Jasmine, congratulations to you on this great book and your beautiful family. Thank you so much for joining us today, and we look forward to even more in this series, so stay in touch about that.
Thank you so much, Paige.
And thank you at home for joining us today for Turn the Page with Paige. We'll see you again soon.